Seamus leave?
Yeah.
Fred, coming off Hawaii and just everything with the travel and the 3 games in 4 days and all that, how important was it to set the tone right away just with the energy, especially on the defensive end?
Yeah, I mean, that's the biggest thing we've talked about the last couple of days is getting off to a good start. And, this team has shown Southern that, they will hang in games if you allow them to get off to good starts. And they did that against A&M. They were up 14 at half. Had Ole Miss all the way to the end, and this team's very capable. So it's important for us to get off to a really good start, and that's what we did defensively. Not real thrilled how the offense was in the second half. I thought we got stalled. I thought we got stagnant, held the ball too much after a really good couple days of getting that thing moving around and playing .5 basketball. But tonight, in the second half, we just didn't have it. The group I'm really proud of was that group that ended the game. I'm going to give Gavin, a lot of credit for keeping himself ready. He had a good week of practice, and, that's what this thing's all about, is taking advantage of your minutes and going out there and playing to the best of your ability. And I thought he did that on both ends, not only offensively, but I thought he had a couple good defensive possessions out there as well, and that's what leads to more time. And, another guy, probably nobody even realizes it, but, we put Jeff Grace and Cale Jacobson in the game against Oregon State with 9 seconds left. Cale flies across the court to contest a shot. Jeff Grace had maybe our best block out of the night, dives on the floor. People don't see those kind of things, for the behind the scenes, what those guys do for your culture. There's never any, emotional outburst. There's never any adversity with those guys. They just come into work every day, and it's nice to see them go out there and get recognized by their teammates for making those kind of plays. Those are huge at the end of the year, when you're looking at your overall resume. And, I'm proud of that group, for going out there and playing the right way. And sometimes in a blowout, you got to get out there and just try to jack up shots. But that group that finished the game, with Jeff, Henry, Gavin most specifically, those guys were +9 and +7 in under 3 minutes. Gavin played 4. So, just wanted to give those guys a shout out because of what they mean for our program.
Yeah, Southern missed its first 11 3-pointers. I think. Just what would you attribute that to with your perimeter defense?
Well, as I said it after the game the other night, our defense has to be our constant. We're not a real pretty team, obviously. So defense has to be our calling card. We have to do, every time we step on the floor, that has to be, what gets us going. And we had a little bit of a rhythm. We shot the ball. I think we made 13 threes. But, if we go out there and guard like we have been, then we're going to have a chance to win most nights that we step on the floor. We can't back off that. We're not a finesse team. Last year I thought, we were. Casey, with his shots, CJ, other guys that could get it going from the perimeter. But this team has a chance to be a gritty, dirty, grimy team, similar to what it was a couple years ago with Bandamel and Gary when they were healthy. So I've liked how we've gone out and competed on that end. We've got to get better on the glass. They got 17, but they missed a lot of shots. So, I think it's about 30%. That's the number. We want to keep them under 30% on their offensive rebound percentage. So clean that up, clean the turnovers up, and, hopefully we'll have a chance to have a good season.
You mentioned the fast start. I'm curious, at this point of the year, how much is there of non-conference fatigue and that emphasis of getting through this final game without, unscathed again before?
This is always a dangerous game. It's the last bye game for these teams. After this, they get to go home. And, this is a grind for teams like this. And I've had a lot of close games in situations like this. A game, Mississippi Valley State, 8 years ago, they hit a 3 at the buzzer. We beat them by 1. I mean, these games cause a lot of anxiety for the coach. But our guys came out with good energy. I'll give them credit for that after the West Coast, coming back from the West. And that's not easy to do. I remember the hardest game to play, in my NBA playing career was after a West Coast trip, and you came back and your legs just felt like Jell-O the first game. So, our guys came out, took care of business, and we're as I said to the guy, we're exactly where we should be right now. You lose one non-conference game, very similar to last year, and we're 1-1 in league. We won our home game, we lost our road game. So, it's very important here. We have good days of preparation. Guys can't go out and get crazy for New Year's. We can have fun after the season. We got two days of prep, Wednesday, Thursday, to get ready for an early game on Saturday. So we got to put this one behind us now, this non-conference portion of our schedule, and get ready for an unbelievably skilled, talented, tough UCLA team.
Do you have an update on Aaron? And just kind of
Aaron's making progress. He'll get a light workout in tomorrow, and then most likely do some non-contact work on Wednesday, and we'll see how he responds to that.
How have you seen, even going back to Hawaii, just Berke's confidence on the offensive end develop over the past few weeks?
Yeah, he's been good. The thing I've liked is his rebounding. I think he's done a good job with that. We've got him the ball in the block a few times where he's made some nice plays. He's shooting the three with a lot more confidence right now and with less hesitation. It was good to see Raleigh step up and knock down a couple threes today as well. I think he probably wants that free throw back, but he knocked down a couple big threes. And Berke, I think he made the one and had another one that hit every part of the rim and bounced out. So he is playing with a lot more confidence on that end, even though I think he only went 2 for 7 tonight.
Outside of defense being the constant, what are maybe the other couple of things you've learned so far and through the non-constant?
Well, we're going to have to start taking care of the ball if we keep turning it over and have careless possessions. I don't care how good your defense is. You can't defend a pick six. It's really hard to do. So we gotta be better. We gotta have. I think we only had 4 turnovers at halftime, and then we just got really sloppy out there in the second. And the 12 baskets we made, I think we assisted on all 12 of them. That's a good sign. But we just, again, that killer mentality. You got to find a way to keep doing the things that that make you successful out there. And I just thought we got too stagnant tonight.
Yes.